Hello students, in this video we will discuss lesson number 11, weather and climate. So let us start with our chapter. First of all, what is weather? Weather is a temporary phenomena. Temporary means that is not fixed. So this weather is temporarily exist. It changes every day. Sometime like if today it is cloudy and tomorrow maybe sunny day is there, so it means that weather is getting changed every day, and it may change even during the same day. Like sometime it is rain, so maybe 10 o'clock morning raining is there, but after 1 or 2 hour, like after 12 o'clock 12 p.m, it is sunshine is there. So it means that can be changed every day, even during a particular day, during the same day this weather can be changed. Sometime a sunny weather in the morning turns cloudy or windy in the evening. So windy day means when winds are blowing. Climate is the sum total. So here we have done weather, that is a temporary phenomena and it change every day. So second is climate. What is climate? Climate is the sum total of the weather at a place over a very long period of time. For example, we are talking about the climate of Punjab. So when we are talking about the weather could be changed daily or even in the same day it could be changed. But when we are talking about the same weather of last many years, the weather is of particular month, like in June and July month here in Punjab, it is extremely hot, and when it is rainy season, rainfall is there, and that rainy season is fixed, that is in which month or when rain will start. And when we are talking about winters, so December, January, Feb, these all are the winter months. So these months are having cold climate. So when that type of weather over a long period of time, like from last 10 year, what type of weather is there in Punjab, that will be the climate. So this is the average weather of a long period, so that is known as climate. So that's why it is written is the sum total of weather at a place over a very long period of time. Every day we watch the weather report on TV or read the weather forecast in the newspaper. So in TV or newspaper we can get the weather condition every day. Why every day? Because it is uh, means changing phenomena. Every day it is getting changed. And plan our clothing and activities accordingly. So if it is rainy season, we will keep raincoat with us or umbrella with us. So according to that weather news, we used to keep the things with us. If there is a forecast of rain or thunder shower mean when rain is there with thundering and lightning, that is known as thunder shower. So if rain or thunder shower is forecasted and you have to go out, what preparations would you make? So if in forecast, in the news of weather forecast, it is told that today rain will be there or thunder shower will be there, then what precautions would you make? Definitely, if it is compulsory that you have to go outside, you will keep raincoat, umbrella, that type of things with you. Okay, so I think weather and climate is clear. So weather is a temporary phenomena that change every day or during particular day it could be changed, and climate is the sum total of that particular weather over a very long period of time. So here we are having difference between weather and climate that we have already done. So let us start. For your paper also you will write down in same way. You will write down weather and climate, then you will uh, divide that particular page, and you will start with your answer. Number 1, under the heading of weather, it is the atmospheric conditions at a specific place at a specific point in time. So when it is written here atmosphere is same, okay, in the weather. So this is the atmospheric condition at a specific place at a specific point in time. For example, if we are talking about today, and if we are talking about 2 p.m. in your area, weather could be different with the weather if we want to compare with the some other state, or even sometime in some other districts weather is different. So this is a atmospheric condition at a specific place, particular specific place and a specific time also. And when we are talking about climate, it is the average conditions expected at a specific place at a given time. So average conditions, average means when we are talking about the weather, it is daily forecast or a daily condition, atmospheric condition. When those daily atmospheric condition over a long period time is concluded, that is known as climate. A region's climate is generated by the climate system, which has 5 components. That is, the 5 component of climate is, question could be there, okay, then your answer will be, these components are: number 1, atmosphere; number 2, hydrosphere; number 3, cryosphere; number 4, land surface; number 5, biosphere. So these all 5 are the components. Just due to these components, climate varies from one place to another place. So okay, I think these 2 points are clear over here. So these are under the definition of weather. Okay, now come to second point, that is, it includes, means here we are talking about weather. So weather includes sunshine, rain, cloud cover, winds, hail, snow, sleet, freezing rain, flooding, ice storms, thunderstorm, steady rains from a cold front or warm front, excessive heat, heat waves, and more. So all these things are included in weather, because due to these things weather could be changed. Like if sunshine is there, it will hot; if rain is there, it will cold; if cloud cover, then different climate will be there; if winds are there, then again different. Okay, so all these are those aspects which can change the weather, or weather is dependent upon these. Then when we are talking about climate, it may include precipitation, temperature, humidity. Here it is rainfall, that is same, okay. Temperature, humidity, sunshine, wind velocity, phenomena such as fog, frost, and hailstorms over a long period of time. So maximum things are same, at least 50% things are same, but the difference is over a long period of time. If these things are going on over a long period of time, means average conditions they will get, that is known as a climate. Weather data collected over several decades are used to make climate graphs. So same thing they are repeating, that weather data that is collected over several decades, means for many years. One decade is 10 years, so many several years they are taking to collect the data, and after that they make a climate graphs. Now factors those influence the climate. Number 1, very important topic this one is, and again same topic will be repeated in one another chapter, so be serious for this. First, means here what are the factors that are affecting the climate. So due to these factors, climate could be changed or climate is getting changed. First factor is distance from equator. So equator is at 0 degree latitude, and if one place is very near to equator, their climate will different. If that particular place is far away from the equator, then again climate will be different, because near to equator sun rays are vertical, and away from the equator slanting, those sun rays will be there. The climate of a place is greatly influenced by its distance from the equator. The places near the equator are hotter because of rays of the sun fall vertically on the equator. Since the vertical rays covers a smaller area, they are more concentrated. That's why it is hot at the equator. So if you want to check this thing, you can just take one torch, or you can use your mobile's flashlight also, mobile's torch also. So when you will use that light at a particular object, for example this book is there, and you will drop that light here in this particular area, then that light will affect this area more than the other areas. And if you will means your mobile's light will face this particular area slanting like vertical, like in this way, slanting in this way, then that light will spread over the entire portion of your book. It means that if light is vertical, it will affect a particular place, and that light's heat will be more over a particular place, and if it is slanting, it will spread over the area and its heat will be less, because that is distributed over the big area. Same is here. So near to equator sun rays are vertical. Due to this reason, this area is hot, and the area that are far away from equator, sun rays are vertical, sun rays are slanting over there, and because sun rays are slanting, then the effect of its heat will be less, and the area will not that much of hot. So as we move away from the equator towards the poles, so here this is our earth, and from here sun rays are coming, and this is equator, and this one is north pole. So I will show you again. So this is our sun, and sun rays are coming. This is our earth, this is north pole, and this one is south pole. So when sun rays are there, it will fall vertical over this particular area, that is equator. So the portion that will face this side towards the sun, that will be hotter, and when we will move towards the poles, whether north or south, sun rays will be vertical. From here it is vertical, then when we will move toward this area, it will be slanting like this, and now effect will be less or reduced, and this particular area will be very cool, because the effect of sun heat will not able to enter over there, or it will not affect the area near the poles. And the rays of the sun become slanting and spread over a larger area, here it is, then this means that the heat is less concentrated, so it is cooler, so then it will cool down. The polar regions being farthest means very far away from the equator. So just because of this, as they are farthest from the equator, experience extremely cold climate because they are not getting sun rays. So this area, and this particular area is extremely cold. Then second is altitude or elevation. Altitude or elevation of a place greatly influences the climate. How? Places at higher altitude have colder climate than the places at lower altitude. Altitude means height. Like when we are talking about Punjab plain area, it is, and then we are talking about the Himalayan mountains, that is very high. So their altitude is more than the Punjab, means than the area of Punjab. It means where high altitude is there, means mountains are there, their climate will be means colder than the climate of the Punjab or climate of the plain area that are having low altitude. Temperature. So why it will happen? Temperature generally decreases at 1 degree Celsius for every 100 meters in altitude. For example, this is point A and we are moving towards B point, and this particular points are of 100 meters gap. So each are of 100 meter. If temperature here at this particular point is 20 degree Celsius, then with every 100 meters it will reduced with 1 degree. So it will, here it will be 19, 18, 17 and so on. So when we are moving towards high altitudes, temperature is getting reduced with 1 degree Celsius for every 100 meters in altitude. So when we are talking about towards the height of a place. Ooty is cool even in summer because of its height. So even in the summer days, in the summer month or in summer season, Ooty, that is what we can say, that is very cool even in the summer months. What is the reason behind this? Why Ooty is cool in summer even? Because the reason is its height, because it is at a high altitude, though it lies near the equator. So whether it is near to equator, still because of it is situated at high altitude, its climate is not as hotter as the climate of other areas, those who are near to equator. So here what thing affect? Altitude. The peaks of Himalayas are covered with snow even in summer. So why the peaks of Himalaya are covered even in summer? Because of their high altitude, because their height is very much. Then as we know that every 100 meter, when we are moving towards the height, it decrease, means temperature decreased by 1 degree Celsius. It means when we are moving towards the peaks of the Himalayas, the temperature will be very less, it will be in minus, negative, that will be. That's why the mountain peaks of Himalayas are covered with snow even in summers. Third point or third factor that is influencing the climate is distance from the sea. So this sea is here, and land portions that will be near to sea, like these areas are near to sea coast, their temperature will different from the temperature of those areas, those who are away from the sea. So that we will discuss in this point. The sea has a moderating influence on the region close to it. Moderating means not very hot, and nor very cool. So they are having kind of a moderate climate compared to land. So why? So reason it is given here, compared to land, water takes longer to heat and cool. So it takes long time to cool down and similarly long time to heat up. Thus, oceans heat up and cool down slower than the land around them. Cool sea breeze keeps the coastal area cooler. So, if cold sea breeze is coming, mean here the area is extremely cool and the breeze is coming from that area towards the land portions, it will be cool. And when these cool sea breezes are coming even in summers, they will spread the cool effect. It means they will cool down that hot climate over that particular area. So that was extremely hot earlier. Now cool winds will put a effect over this area, then the heat will reduce or the temperature will reduce, so that now moderate climate will be here because of cool winds, cool sea breezes that are coming from seasides towards the land portion. And when we are talking about winter, in winter, then places far away from the sea. So when we are talking about other area, like we are talking about the winter area, if cool sea breeze is coming, then it will extremely cool. But if it is hot sea breezes are coming, then again it will moderate the climate of that area, because that will change the coolest effect of the climate into the modest, because the mixture of hot with the cool, that will generate a moderate climate or moderate temperature. A place near the sea will have a moderate climate, while a place on same latitude and altitude may have an extreme climate if it lies far away from the sea. So if one area is near to the sea, climate will be moderate. If it is far away from the sea, climate could be extreme. Extreme is extremely hot or extremely cold. So what is the reason if question is there? The reason is only that the water takes longer time to heat up and again takes longer time to cool down. So if during daytime both are receiving for example 50 degrees Celsius temperature is there during daytime, here again 50 degrees Celsius, then it will take more time to heat up, and this will near about immediately or within few hours it will heat up due to this temperature. And similarly it will take more time to cool down. So during the nights, like from morning till evening, the temperature of this will increase if up to 40 degree, then it will again take long time to get cool down during the nights. But here daytime temperature will be 50 degree Celsius and during nights it could be 30 degree, because land portion they will heat up and they will cool down very soon, quickly. But waters they will take long time to heat up, similarly long time to cool down. So if coastal area is there, means the area near to these water body, this is known as coastal area. So coastal area in India, they experience less contrast in climate, in temperature, while in North India the difference in summer and winter temperature is very high. Because when we are talking about North India, In North India, water bodies like seas or oceans are not there, but when we are talking about the South India is covered by or surrounded by water bodies from three sides. One side Bay of Bengal is there, another side Arabian Sea is there, and the extremely south it is a Indian Ocean. It means that is having long coastal area. Because of the moderating effect of water bodies, the temperature of southern India is moderate. But when we are talking about the North India, temperature is extreme, means in summer extremely hot, in winter extremely cool. That's why now they are giving example of coastal area. That's why Chennai is neither very hot in summer nor very cold in winter. If question is there why Chennai is neither very hot in summer or nor very cold in winters, then your answer will be due to the effect of water bodies, or this is the coastal area and moderating effect of a sea is there. Then is the direction of the wind. Sea breeze, that is the wind blowing from the sea to the land, carries moisture and brings rain to the coastal area. For example, if sea breeze is there, sea breeze means the breeze that will come from sea towards the land portion. So it will having water vapors because it is coming from the area that is of water bodies, and due to the heat of sun, water vapors will be generated, and this air will contain, or this air will rich with those water vapor, and that water vapor or that air will contribute in rainfall. And that's why coastal areas receive more rainfall. And the land breeze, that the wind blowing from the land to the sea, is cold and dry. For example, this is land portion, and the breeze that will blow from this area towards the sea, this will dry. If it is a winter, then it will cold and dry. If it is summer, then it will hot and dry. So when it is dry, it means it can't spread rainfall, so that cannot be a reason of rainfall. So if that cold and dry, and if it blow from a cold area, if it is from a hot area, then it will hot and dry. It is warm and dry if it blows from a warm area. So if it is from a warm area, then similarly that breeze will be dry and warm. Then next is humidity. So question could be there, what is humidity? Humidity means the amount of water vapor in the surrounding air. So if more water vapors are there, it means humidity will be there. If dry air is there or less water vapor is there, it means humidity will not be there or less humidity will be there. So how it will affect? With the increase in humidity, the chances of rainfall increase. So if more humidity is there, the chances are of rainfall. That's why the coastal area receiving more rain, because they are having more humidity. So air is rich in water vapor, more humidity is there, so more rainfall is there. In colder places, humidity results in snowfall instead of rainfall. So the area that are very cold, like when we are talking about Himalayas, so their area is extremely cold, then that humidity means the amount of water vapor that are present in the air, they will not generate rainfall over there. Due to extreme cold climate, they will spread snow only, means snowfall will be there, because those water vapors will freeze down. So then they will spread snowfall. So in other areas, or the areas where hot climate is there that humid or humidity will result as a rainfall. So in this video we will discuss up to this only. Next, the climatic zones of the world we will discuss in our next video. I hope you have understand. So let's have a look. Weather and climate we did. Weather, the temporary phenomena or day-to-day temperature or of particular place in a given time, and climate same is there, but it is the average climatic or average atmospheric conditions over a long period of time. Then we did the factors those influence the climate. First is distance from equator. The places near to the equator will have hot climate, and the places far away from the equator they will receive less effect of the sun rays. It means they will be cool. Then altitude means height. With the increase of every 100 meters there will be a decrease of 1 degree Celsius. So with high altitude temperature will be cool, and with less altitude temperature could be hot. Then distance from the sea, the places those who are near to the sea, moderate influence will be there, and the places are far away from the sea that will not be affected with this moderate influence of the sea. And direction of the winds, if sea breeze from some cool area is coming, it will cool down the area towards which they are blowing. If land breeze is there, as it will dry and hot, they will affect that particular area with the hot and dry climate only. Then humidity, more rainfall, less humidity, less rainfall. So if the areas are near to the water bodies, due to more humidity more rainfall will be there, but the places that are having very cold climate, so colder places, due to this humidity snowfall will be there, not rainfall, because that water vapor will freeze down due to the effect of that cold climate. So just watch this video, try to understand the topics, and if any doubt is there you can message me. Thank you.